the Overly Opinionated Podcast. Rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free to guys.
And stop Cop City. Try to be a good human. Big shout out to the people who make it to the end of the videos, who listen to this whole thing, because we know that this is a long episode. That's what we've heard, like, in feedback. These are long episodes, so we really appreciate y'all sticking through to the end, hearing the outro music. Big shout out to the men who are struggling with mental health issues. You matter more than you know, to more people than you know. So keep on doing it every single day, and we appreciate you for being here. Shout out to Nat.
No, for real.
Big shout out, Nat. You know who you are, and we appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy this video. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and ring the notifications bell so you get notified when we drop new content, including the shorts.
And follow us on TikTok.
Definitely follow us. I'll be forgetting about TikTok for real.
Follow us on the TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok. So last week we talked about men's bathrooms versus women's bathrooms.
Yeah.
And we got some feedback that I hadn't thought of. Had you thought of the safety aspect?
Yes, but it doesn't make sense still to me though. The activities that goes on in the women's bathroom still doesn't make sense to me. Let me rephrase that.
But if you're going as gang so that you don't get kidnapped,
okay,
I think that it makes more sense to have a more social behavior toward going to the bathroom.
Going to the bathroom, yes, but in the bathroom, no.
I feel like those are
chopping it up
relatively
outside
similar.
the bathroom is cool. Chopping it up in the door, I'm not fucking with it. That's a big difference for you.
But I think if we went to the bathroom like holding hands, because
crazy.
If we went to the bathroom holding hands because we thought we might get abducted, I think it would make sense for us to be like buddy in there.
Nah, listen, if you're in the bathroom, don't you want to open your mouth as least as possible?
Absolutely.
There's no reason to be having a full-blown conversation in there. Like, Nick, we do head nods. All right. Yep. Leave it at that.
Yeah. I shouldn't be the one speaking on this, but I feel like their situation has it to where the toilets are always covered. Does that make sense?
No.
Like, they cover the toilet.
Okay, but they also say women's bathroom are worse than men's.
I don't hear that anymore. I don't hear that anymore.
You said anymore, but you have heard it.
I have heard it. I don't hear it anymore.
So it ain't top-notch clean. Still, I'm not interested in the festivities.
Yeah, personally, I'm not either.
No,
but we got comments like they be doing each other's hair in there.
They be treating that shit like the Met Gala.
Best friends,
like,
man.
that shit is wild. I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all.
A piss in a party.
But I understood the safety. Like, going in a group makes sense.
I didn't think about that initially. Like I didn't think about that at all.
Like, y'all going as a pair. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But what you hear going on in there does not make sense to me. You almost don't think it's a bathroom.
Them the new homies now, though. Yeah. I'm not mad at it. That's for sure. Like, I'm good with it. Not happening on my side, but
I wish it was like that outside of the bathroom for them.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing now? What are we doing now?
Making a valid point. That was it.
You had what screams look at me in the, oh wait, I'm sorry. You know what? Before we get there, Kendrick Lamar dropped the Not Like Us video.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have that in the notes. We got to talk about it though.
So, you told me, I don't know if he's still doing it. Is he still doing the thing like people can post his videos and all that and they don't copyright?
Someone stopped that from being the case.
Cornball.
Yeah.
Whoever that someone is, fuck you. No shout out to you.
Yeah.
But video deserves however many views it's going to get.
Yeah.
For sure. And I told you, we semi talked about it. Him having it directed by Dave fire. And then have his family dance in the living room. Nah, you got it, bruh.
Yeah.
This nigga can't respond, right?
No.
It's over with,
He
right?
shouldn't.
Yeah, go to that all-white party with Michael Rubin, bruh.
Yeah.
Find better things to do.
Dog got smoked, man.
Easily.
Dog got smoked.
So I don't know if you see, Rick Ross got jumped in Canada.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah,
he got jumped in Canada for playing it. Like, no scratches or anything. It was a little tussle. But I feel like Canada down bad for some shit like that. If you can't put now, no one would bat an eye if the song was weak. You feel me?
Okay.
Like they'll laugh at it. But if you get mad that somebody playing it, it got to be a good song then, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not deniable that it's not a good song or that it's a good song. It's undeniable that it's a good song.
I keep hearing this angle of Kendrick was using bots for views and plays. And
I've
all
heard that, yeah.
But why does that matter when niggas actually like the song? Like the people you come across, they actually fuck with the song.
It's
It got to be catchy at some point, though, right?
of course. I don't know what it is. There's weirdness behind the fandom of Drake right now that I can't get behind.
Pedophiles. That's part of the weirdness right there. But
Okay.
yeah, shout out to the Not Like Us video though,
Bro,
he did his thing.
it was so good.
And sometimes also, it made me realize how dumb some people are. So he had a line. I'm glad D Rose came home. Why did niggas think that was talking about Derrick Rose?
I don't know. Well, because Derrick Rose goes by D Rose and DeMar DeRozan has never gone by that.
What does that have to do with Canada or anything in that sense of Drake?
Sure.
So if you just had to take a
But Derrick
one more
Rose
step.
goes by D Rose.
One more step, man. That's all you. You was right there. You was at the door. Just
Yeah,
knock.
you expect a lot out of people, man.
Nah, bro.
You expect a lot of common sense.
Listen, you're at the door. Just knock. Like that didn't make no sense to me.
Let me in, eh?
Like, but yeah, that was fire, bro. I think he did his thing on that shit, bro.
Big time, bro.
Like, I haven't checked the views, but I'm at least 1 million of them. I told you that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at least easily. Leave it and repeat.
I legit watched it 15 times
Like-
yesterday or more. And then I watched probably 10 reaction videos to it.
No, I ain't go that far.
I hate when they it upsets me when they miss shit.
Now, who is that? The reaction?
Yeah.
Like when you say miss it, what you mean?
Like
The cameos in it?
not just the cameos, but like the significance of some of the things that are done in the video. Like when he's shaking hands with Day Free.
No, I don't think. How you missed that though? I feel like
They didn't bring it up.
That's
They
that's the
when
part.
you're-
Okay.
When you're reacting to it and you don't say, no, the handshake with Day Free.
Now, there was a rumor on that song. I don't know if it's true or not. Now, you know the step this way
Mm-hmm.
and then the hey, 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 run for your life. Is that true? That was a shot at Bill Cosby and R. Kelly.
I have no idea.
Because R. Kelly was
Got no
the Step
idea.
in the Name of Love, and then Bill Cosby was the Fat Albert. I heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, like, he's 6 feet deeper. If that is true, if that was his plan, Kendrick or Drake is 6 feet deeper.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well,
Wow.
Well,
And I love how the song been out for a little minute, and then the video comes out.
this is a whole new thing. And I like the family at the end. That was the perfect way to wrap that up.
Yeah, because that was his only, I guess, jab at him.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, that might not be your kid, and
Yeah.
she's sleeping with it. Yeah, all right. Now watch us dance in the
And then
living
she
room, bro.
blood walked on you. That is nasty, bro. That's nasty.
That nigga can't respond.
Wow.
Now,
He no, it's not. No, he can respond.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Don't.
I don't see how
it
he-
would be that would
Okay.
be a very bad idea for you because Drake or Kendrick obviously is better at this than you.
Now I have a question. Can they be in the same room now without Drake looking like a clown?
No, Drake can't not look like it's not possible now. Fam, he started off. You said that you weren't hip to all of the social media antics.
Yeah, facts.
Drake he released that TaylorMade, which you said you never heard.
Mm-hmm.
It was the one on his Instagram, and Snoop, Pac, and Drake both said, "Nah, you not about to back down now, pussy. You got to follow through." Type shit.
Uh-huh.
Like that was the whole thing. He's like, "You taking forever to respond. You looking soft, and I know you scared now, but you got to follow through." To the very last song in the diss. Or in the beef was Drake saying, "You can release as many songs as you want, man. I'm done with this." Oh.
Oh, nah, he
You
said that?
look like a bozo.
Okay.
You
Now,
look like a fucking bozo.
now, time out. Now, remember we talked about J. Cole apologizing after.
Yeah.
He looks less like a bozo now, right?
I didn't think he looked. I didn't think he looked exactly like a bozo then. It just looks wild. It looks wild to swing on somebody and then be like, no, we good.
No,
We good.
I don't know how that. Okay, if you swing first, yeah, that's corny.
Still.
But Kendrick punched him. He punched back.
Then he said,
no.
Stop.
No.
No.
Was his this bad to you? Okay, me either. So I feel like,
but it wasn't good either. Like, you're calling someone short, saying they don't rap enough when he's rapping. Like, you hear him rapping right now, and you saying you don't rap enough, and then you're like, your arms are too short. Okay, cool. Like, Kendrick is just better than that. Like, his disses are just better than that, right?
yeah.
Like, y'all niggas can't rap like
control.
me.
He proved it with
Yeah,
control.
y'all niggas can't rap like me, and then everyone's like, "Come on, man, you're small." Cool, dude. Fine.
Now, for me, what makes him J. Cole, speaking about a little corny, is the stance with Drake, I guess. It's like,
I don't know what you mean.
now, I get it, before the beef even started, there was on teams dropping music.
Yep.
But it looks a little corny to me now. Like, damn, like, if you had the opportunity to be on, like, Kendrick's side, did you, like, choose Drake over him or whatever? If that's how it went, it looks a little corny to me.
I don't think Kendrick, from the looks of it, Kendrick has never been like, let's be homies. Like, that's with neither one of these niggas.
Now, the only reason I feel like that's not true with J. Cole is because it was 8 years ago. They hopped on each other's beat, did a song, and we got hyped for a joint album with them. So that's the only reason I feel like, okay, there was something there at some point. I feel like there was something there at some point for J. Cole and Kendrick.
But it just never seemed to me that it was like,
Genuine.
let's be rap friends. I don't think I've ever seen that from Kendrick with anyone. Like, it has never seemed to me that Kendrick was out here like, let's rap together and be friends about it. Like, the Control verse was exactly what he meant.
Okay, I give you that.
And to me, it seems like he's kept that energy. Like, Control, he said, I got love for all of these niggas, but I'm trying to murder them. Yeah, that's what, and he's pretty fucking good at it. Like, he's doing it.
No, like some people say he only got hot because of Drake.
Okay.
Like, we would have never heard of him.
Yep.
Like,
Cool.
yeah, you're just a glazer, bro. It wasn't that good, honestly.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't make me want to dance, nothing.
But I love the it's very clear if you follow or if you were there, I guess, because you missed out on some of the pertinent parts here. But like, if you followed that whole thing with Drake trolling and everybody saying that Kendrick was on a timeline and blah, 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 and now they say that Kendrick is dragging it, it's like, man, y'all boy really lost. Like, y'all boy lost bad, bro. Like, come on, man. You can drop as many more of these as you want. I'm done making music about it. It's like, damn, you got exactly what you wanted.
But I don't see how they can say he dragged it, but all he did was perform a concert, which is what normal people do. You perform a hit song at your concert, right? And then he released a video. How did he drag it? Or is it the music industry dragging it because it's a good song? Like, that just proves Kendrick's point even more. Like, he didn't do anything but the regular. Like, legit. He had one concert and then dropped a video to it. Didn't do anything crazy out of that. So I don't even think he's dragging it, honestly. The fans is dragging it. If that, keeping it hot, that's it. And that's what happens when you have a good song.
Huh? Them is bots. That's the bots doing that.
Yeah. Idiots. Fucking idiots. People who use shit like that, I feel like, yeah, you're a bozo.
They're just conspiracy theorists.
Bozo. That's bozo shit.
It's the same thing.
Dog, you might be onto something. That might be one.
Just say the same thing.
Okay.
Just translate it.
That's professional for bozo.
Yeah.
I'll just peep that. Nah.
There you go.
I ain't even never really thought about that. But yeah, that's exactly what they are. For sure.
We'll keep it there then.
We could get academics as a bozo.
I would rather not talk about that guy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I would genuinely, I would rather not talk about that dude.
I know your stats on him, bro.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. You had what screams "Look at me"
Yeah.
being Drake. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's a couple things I have on this list.
Okay.
Colored hair.
Oh, I did not expect this. Okay.
Colored hair is definitely one of them.
You caught me off guard with this one.
Colored hair for sure. Now, I'm going to pause in between my little takes. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't disagree.
Okay.
Depending on the color.
Correct. Yellow, purple, blue, green.
Fuck.
Absolutely, right? I would be lying to say if someone told me they got it because they liked it. No, you got it because you want people to look at you.
Oh, I don't know that those two are necessarily separated, right? Like, you might like it and expect people to also like it.
You got to want people to look at you to get it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. No. I'm not on board with that, I don't think.
Why you disagree?
Because I can like it and know that people, and have the expectation that people are going to also, like, it's going to be eye-catching, but that might not be the reason that I like it.
Okay. But definitely screams "Look at me." Shiesties in public.
Okay, hold on one second. Before we go any further, I want to make sure that you accept that just because it screams that to you doesn't mean that's why they're doing it.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
But it definitely screams "Look at me."
Got you. Yeah. I'm with you.
Shiesties in public.
Uh-huh.
It just screams "Look at me."
Okay.
Agree, disagree?
I think I'll agree as lightly as I did with the last one on this one.
No, I have to hear this. Why?
Because you might just like it, right?
Okay, but outside of that, it screams "Look at me." Hey, look at me.
I think so here's why I don't fully agree. I feel like it might intentionally scream the opposite.
No way.
Yeah.
No. How?
I'm hidden. I am functionally hidden. I can't be saying
and no.
"Look at me" when you can't see me.
Yes and no. But okay, this is about to sound so weird. Your character is screaming "Look at me," but who's behind that character is not.
I follow.
All right?
I follow.
Savon got a shiesty on public. His character is saying "Look at me." Savon is not saying "Look at me." So, shiesty in public, "Look at me." Also, I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. Outfit with at least 65 to 75% lace on the whole outfit. Does that in public? Strictly speaking on in public. Does that scream "Look at me"? Now, I am not saying any of these does not look good. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying they say "Look at me."
Yeah.
And on a topic like that, people would say like that's just not it. Some people just want to look good, but like you said, it's like no, it's also like just not the person, but the action, I guess, or the thing is saying "Look at me," because that shit definitely draws attention.
I think there is a difference between the expectation of attention and the desire for attention.
For sure.
Okay, so I think when you say that you're wearing something or you're doing something that says "Look at me," that feels like it implies a desire for attention versus the expectation of attention. If you dye your hair some light purple, you should expect to get more attention than if your hair is black.
Yep, for sure.
I don't think that dyeing your hair some light purple means that you desire to have more attention than when your hair is black.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Purple hair is literally saying "Look at me." Katie is not saying "Look at me." So I'm separating the two.
Shout out, Katie.
Now, facts. Do you, Savon, have a thing that says "Look at me"?
You mean that I do?
Sure, yeah.
I think some of the clothes I wear do. Like I wear colorful ass clothes.
I personally feel like in certain rooms, my height says, "Look at me."
100%.
And it pisses me off sometimes. I like to be low key.
Oh yeah. Oh, if we're going that far, like things that we can't help, my voice is number one.
Oh yeah, your voice definitely says, "Look at me."
Yeah.
Let's see who's talking.
I actually hear that more than anything else. I also notice it more than anything else.
Really?
Like just me talking, people will like
Turn their
hit
head.
me up. Yeah. Yeah. People
Yep.
will hit me up. Hey, I heard you. Morning. I'm not joking, bro. I'm not joking at all.
That's crazy.
Like just my existence, if I speak, means I'm looking for attention.
Now, does it annoy you if people comment on it?
No.
Not at all.
It's kind of cool as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, because I genuinely don't hear what everyone else hears.
Uh-huh.
Like me and you sound the same. I think I've said this on the pod before. Me and you sound the same in my head. So like when someone is like, "Oh no, bro," like your voice, I'm like, "Yo,
No,
that's crazy."
No way you think that though.
What?
Me and you sound the same.
100%.
So do you
Except for lisps, bro? We are.
You
we
sound
have-
like Boogie?
he has a lisp.
So we can't. No way.
It's just the lisp.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Now Boogie has a specifically high pitched voice, in my opinion, but you don't.
You think I have a deep voice like you?
You don't have a high pitched voice. I don't hear my voice as being like specifically deep. So like if this is the spectrum, like here's high,
Yeah.
here's mid tier, here's low, like my voice is right here, and so is yours.
Do you know someone personally who you think have a deep voice?
What? Personally, yeah. I know at least 3 people that have like crazy deep voices. Yeah.
And do you think you're farther from them than you is to, like, I guess, person you don't think have a deep voice? Or are you closer to a deeper voice?
I think we're in the same place pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. So like the person with a deep voice has a specifically deep voice, and I'm here in the middle. That's just what I hear though. Like I hear this all day, most days, and it's like
yeah.
it's normal.
It with my height, it gets annoying. It does.
Well, that's because you probably don't go a day without hearing it.
Literally, and then because like at my like with work, it's like always new scenery, and then certain things like pointed out, like every single time. Like if I have to change a bulb, like literally change a light, some people like everybody else would need a ladder, and I'm literally just doing it, standing up. So my job, it points it out almost every fucking job, and it's at the point it's like, okay, like I wish this wasn't the look at me that I had to deal with. Like I wish it was. I wish it was like my car or something, but it's not that. It's definitely my height.
There are many cars that say "Look at me."
You say mini?
Many.
No. Or is there like average cars? Which are look at me cars?
If you drive a Hummer in any way, that's a "Look at me" vehicle.
Couldn't agree with you more.
If you drive a vehicle that you personally have made louder on purpose, it's a "Look at me" car.
Now, do you feel that way about motorcycles? Any of that?
Anything that you have intentionally
No.
made louder.
I
Yes.
think motorcycles just say look at me.
I don't know about that.
I have to look at who's on the motorcycle, bro.
Okay.
Like every car, I don't care who pulls it. It depends on the car.
I was about to say.
It definitely depends on the car. But every motorcycle, I would like to see who's riding the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So motorcycles, scooters, all that. Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely on the list for me. Is motorcycles, and you don't care like who's on it to look.
No.
Wow, I would expect something different from a car guy like you.
I think motorcycles are so different. Like,
In a bad way, like are they like overrated to you? What?
it's just dangerous. It's just so significantly more dangerous that I just want to not be around them.
Wow.
Because if they make a mistake, if you make a mistake in your car, like when I had my accident, it was because some lady made a real dumb mistake right in front of me. It was impossible to avoid that mistake, meaning like property damage.
Yeah.
If someone in a motorcycle makes a similar mistake, I now have to sleep knowing that I killed somebody.
Okay.
I don't even want to be around you, bro,
Gotcha.
because I trust them just as much as I trust people in cars. Y'all are probably bad at driving. So I don't want to be around you because if you make a simple mistake, you might die. And then even though I was in the right, like
It's still
somebody
something to deal
died.
with, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you think there's things that people get that are like, this is like a attention thing that is not as big as an attention thing as they might think? For instance, like tattoos. I don't think tattoos anymore is a look at me.
It depends
I feel like it
depends on-
used to.
It depends on what the tattoo is, and it depends on
What
where.
they have on.
It depends on where.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think what they have on.
It don't matter if you have on a suit. You got a face tat, that's a look at me tat. There's not been one single face tat that wasn't a look at me tat.
Nah. Now, do you count like the in front of your little earlobe as a look at me tat? Or as a face tat? Do you count that as the face? I'm not counting that. And that's not a look at me tat.
When you say in front of, you mean on this side of the ear?
Like right here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And the sideburns?
Uh-huh.
Nah, I can't give you that one.
How's that not a face tat?
No, I'm not saying this. Look at me. Like I just don't
Every face tat is a look at me tat.
really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that one is. For some reason, I don't think that is. I feel like
If you're bald and you got a tat on your bald head,
for sure,
that's
bro.
a look at me tat.
That's you went through too much. Yeah, no, for
Right?
sure. Yeah, for sure, bro. Any piercings?
Oh, for sure. Gauges? Right?
I feel like used to. Like,
Oh, Darian, you wildin'.
no, times have changed.
I'm not saying that anyone's going to judge you negatively, but we got to look. There's a hole in your fucking head, dude. You serious right now?
Yeah, I'm not really sold on that either. I don't think piercings is not anymore.
I
think amount matters.
I think it's so crazy. I don't know what amount is.
The amount of piercings.
Okay. I think it is so crazy for you to argue in favor of the shiesty mask and what was the other one? What was the dyed hair being a look at me situation and Gauges not. I think that is so off kilter.
You can hide gauges. You ain't hiding the shiesty. And colored hair is like your hair is showing like
You can wear a hat.
your hair will still show that.
You don't know that. If it's short enough.
Okay, let's say they're not hiding. I still don't think gauges. No, I think that's a far jump. Just they're earrings. And then you can get what, dime size gauges? Mm-hmm. Like that's not.
But let's say and you
the
can
biggest
get
ones.
but you can get hair dye that's not green, yellow, or blue as well. Like you can just get highlights. You can get like streaks that make it look like it's just your natural hair.
Highlights does not. I'm not counting highlights.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Okay,
here.
so the
highlights is the dime-sized gauges.
Okay,
quarter-sized gauges are having
all
green
right.
hair.
All right. I give you that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Especially the niggas who play with their gauges. Yuck.
You
Yuck.
went all the way there.
Yeah.
I knew this was a slippery slope. We was gonna get the
pins
hate.
and shit. Oh, I hate that so much.
We was gonna get the hate
Yeah.
somewhere in here.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
I'm not a fan of gauges. I'll give you gauges.
There's got to be more look at me behavior.
Clothing. Do you don't depending on who it is, jean shorts. The jean shorts is like look like dog like look at John Cena over here like yeah, jean shorts definitely look at me.
I can't play this game with you now.
Why not?
But yeah, sure.
Yep.
And certain jean shorts too, regardless. You ever when you go to a baseball game, those jean shorts almost always say, take a peek.
The cutoffs.
Take a peek. I didn't say that. You said that.
That's the cutoffs, man.
You said that. I
That's
didn't say that.
Style, bro. That's a style for sure. But I feel like we're on the same page about the look at me.
It definitely exists. And I think that there are some things, and I'm glad that we're on the same page with the fact that there are some things where the person may not be thinking that. Because like you said, certain cars, like I see my car as a very understated car. Like it doesn't, to me, it does not say look at me. But the looks that I get when I pull up somewhere, It's as if it only says look at me. I don't got a green car.
I'm glad you said Hummer though. Hummer is really one of those
Oh,
cars.
100%.
And
The new Broncos.
yeah, I prefer looking at old Bronco, but
too.
it's like every time I see a new Bronco, it's like, why would you get that? That's the only
Oh.
thoughts I get. I don't like the look of it personally. You like them?
I don't mind them.
Yeah, I don't really care to even. So I don't want to count a new Bronco as a look at me.
It is very much so. Yeah.
Now, why?
It's big as fuck and noticeable. It's like a real recognizable car.
Yeah, because now is it the name for you though?
No, it's the size and shape of it. You're driving around in a big box, bro. It might as well be a Hummer. It
So-
looks like if Hummer tried to reinvent themselves.
So, do you feel the same way about like the Cybertruck?
No, I feel it's the Cybertruck is I want to be a celebrity without doing anything.
Gotcha. And when you get into them cars, that's like a new tier of cars. That
I don't know that I agree with that necessarily. I know
Really?
that it's a new tier when it comes to the price of the car, but I think Teslas are in some way a look at me car just by their nature. Like there are a lot of them, but you automatically become like a talking point
with a Tesla.
by driving a Tesla.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yep. I can agree with that. You know what you're talking about. You definitely know what you're talking about. But yeah, I have never really. I don't even know if they still make new Hummers, but I
They
never
do. They even make an EV Hummer now.
Is it heat? It has to be, right? Because I feel like Hummer was ahead of its time.
It looks cool. Yeah. I think Hummer has they got beat up by public perception real bad.
Now, why you say that?
Gas.
Yes, but they had to have improved on that now.
I have no idea. I don't know. And this is why I say I think they've pretty much lost to public perception because even the EV is like, man, you could have just bought an EV for somewhere that's not Hummer, you know?
But that and then you don't see people driving around in Hummers. Like I don't think that
Exactly.
but it was always like a Hummer was like a
Status symbol back in the day. Yeah.
So it's not like a common. It's not a Impala or anything.
Right.
That just. So I always think status when I see a Hummer though. Like I think that won't go away until I see a lot of people with Hummers.
I just feel like you picked bad though, and I think that's what most people see too. Like you could spend $80,000 on a vehicle, and you bought this one. I think that's what most people see. They're like, "Damn, you went Hummer, huh?"
No, I want to look up new Hummers now.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
I think they look cool. They definitely look cool.
Now let's say they got better gas or whatever.
They're electric. That's what I'm saying. Like
All
those
of them?
EVs. The new Hummer is an EV.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I thought you were just saying they came out with that.
That's a new
Model.
Hummer.
Oh wow! So they don't make a gas guzzler? No
I
more?
don't think so.
Oh shit! So are you aware of the last make?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
I-
I
bro,
want to see that most
I'm
updated version of
I'm
it.
also not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen one of those EVs on the road yet. Not once.
But again, it's hard to find a Hummer though.
There's a reason for that. We used to see those Hummer H2s all the time.
I can't even say that.
Oh, bro,
when I was
when we
in
were
high
in fifth
school,
grade-
when I was in high school, my teacher had one. I had a Mocha Trove Hummer.
Yeah, me too.
So yellow or black?
Yellow.
Yeah, I had both of them. Me and my brother had one. Yeah,
talking
my
shit,
uncle.
nigga.
What we
No,
didn't buy
you
it.
was up. You was up.
Hand me down. You can open the door, put your wrestling man in. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
I fucked with those.
But at the time, like when I was in fifth grade, they were all over the place.
Oh yeah, see, not from. That's why
when we were young, I'm talking about when we were young. This is like 2005,
Yeah.
2006. Like Hummers were everywhere. When the Hummer H2 came out, which was the bigger body,
Yeah.
them bitches were everywhere.
that was like military grade.
yeah,
so-
them bitches were everywhere.
Wow, damn. I
With
wish
the
I-
Avalanche, remember the Avalanche,
Avalanche. I don't know
the
if they-
truck that had like the. Damn, how do I explain it?
The Avalanche.
It was like a pickup truck, but the frame was connected.
Oh
to the-
yeah. Oh, no, I see a lot of those.
You see a lot of them.
Yes, you
Still?
talking about connected with the little triangle in the
Yeah.
back? Yes, bro. My dog's mom drives one, bro. Yeah. Now those are roomy as fuck.
Okay.
I see those pretty often, honestly. Yeah, I don't call it a pickup truck, but yeah. Those is called an Avalanche. Yeah.
But at the time of the Hummer H2, Those were like huge, bro.
Now, let me know if I'm wrong. Is that like the version of like the Chrysler 300 to the Phantom? Was the Avalanche that to the Hummer?
No, and they're not even in the same league, but it was that same time period is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like at the time when you were getting a remote control car, it was either going to be the Avalanche or the Cadillac version of the Avalanche. Do you remember that? Cadillac had a version of that vehicle.
I didn't know that.
It was either going to be one of those two or it was going to be a Hummer because those were the cars that year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, bro. Again,
Those were very look at me cars at the time too.
Wow.
But I think a Hummer has always been that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a time where a Hummer wasn't that.
But again, I told you I only feel that way because I didn't see a lot of them, and it was rare. Like people who had status had it. So, but you said it was pretty common from your early era. So yeah, that's kind of wild. Did not know that.
While we're on the topic of cars, I want to ask you about this because somebody asked me what I named my car.
I'm not one of them guys.
I've never done it. I've not named a single car.
I don't give it genders, nothing.
Nope.
I just A to B, bro. Clean it here and there.
Clean it here and there.
Yeah, bro. I'm due for a cleaning now.
I'm in the car wash.
We know. We know. Like you ain't too
I
deep,
live in
man.
that joint.
Like, yeah. Them same people who name their cars put eyelashes on it. And I hate it. Oh, I fucking hate shit like that.
That's not true. I think more people are naming their cars than you think.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, I don't speak about my car. I honestly like, yeah. Why do you got to name it,
Dude, I don't know what it's from.
Did you ask them like why?
No.
Yeah, I don't name it. Not, do your lady do it?
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna answer for my. I don't think she do it, but I'm open to being. I wouldn't be. I'd be a little shocked if she did name it. That'd be. But that's so weird to me. That's a little weird to me. I'm not gonna lie.
To each their own. I think it's surprising to me. Like somebody asked me, like, what'd you name your car? I didn't.
Okay.
And they come up with names for my car.
Now, okay. The only reason, okay, it's kind of not weird, but it is weird. Like, because boat has names, like people's boats. I think I kind of fuck with that. They put the boat name on the side of it. That's kind of fire. But
It's harder to know the make and model of a boat, though.
right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a little not weird. Only
That's a Yamaha F60. Okay.
So yeah, I don't think I ever get into that. I don't think so. I can see if you customize like your car a lot, like you make it loud, swap the engines.
Even still, I think it makes more sense if you do it there. I'm not saying when I say makes more sense, I mean I expect that more. I expect you to be the type of person to name your car if you are doing a whole bunch of work on your car.
Yes.
But other than that,
exactly. I just drive this motherfucker. Like, and you naming it,
unless you have a bunch of that, or if you have more than one of that type of car, there's no reason to do that. I drive a Ford Focus. Okay, cool.
that's the blue one. If you got more than one of them, you just go by the color of it.
Sure, yeah.
Like, yeah. I ain't that deep into the cars though. You got to be a car thing or a girl.
I was just curious where you fell on this.
Yeah, I don't fall on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I don't fit them two standards.
Maybe you should, though.
Why?
Because of the type of car you have?
Should I name mine Puppies?
The Creeper. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not calling it.
You pull up in the Creeper today?
Nah, yeah, but I'm not calling it that.
Yeah, I think that's we need to start a petition for Darius.
That's actually funny because that name could be fire, but when you see my vehicle, it wouldn't be. Like if you had all black with tints and yours is just the Creeper, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I'm not calling it that.
Nah,
that's never going to be a
that
fire
could be
name.
heat.
You sound like Drake.
No, that could be some heat. But
Nah,
not,
it couldn't.
But not what I drive.
It
It can't be heat.
It's not. It's not going to be.
Now I gotta look up dope cars that would look like the Creeper.
Yeah, please do, because that's not a thing that I can't imagine ever thinking it's cool to call something the Creeper. That's nope.
Well, you said it because you're a man. That makes sense.
I am a man. That is
not even a compliment. That's the worst thing you could be called.
Yeah.
So I got you.
You never recover from that one. Fucking creep. I had on here, legacy is what you did and how you make people feel. Because I think a lot of people get caught up in doing things, like making their legacy in, I'm gonna say it, like what they give to the world, like in a tangible sense, like what they accomplish. That's what it is. People look at their legacy as their accomplishments, and I know that we've talked about legacy before, but stick with me here. I want to make a distinction here, where your accomplishments definitely feed your legacy. Like your legacy is built, at least in part, on what you accomplished in life.
Correct.
But I think that sometimes people who become successful via accolades ignore the aspect of your legacy that involve affecting people positively.
I don't think they ignore it. I don't think they just think it's important. And I don't want to say it goes hand in hand, but it doesn't. But there's a percentage that it can put you further or keep you in the same spot. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you fail to do that at all, if you fail to impact people positively, that you'll end up not having the legacy that you deserve due to your accolade. Like your accolades don't earn you a necessarily positive legacy if you don't end up impacting people in a positive way. I mean, just look at R. Kelly and Kanye West. Like, Kanye West and R. Kelly gave us some of the best music that has ever musiced. Like, it's kind of insane how good their art was, but because they impacted people in such a dramatically negative way, their legacy will not remember them for making great music.
Now, do you think, let's say they were nice to people, they'd be on MJ's level, Michael Jackson?
Probably not.
Now, because we kind of spoke on it a little before, like, if you're nice to people and then you have the stats accolades to prove it, you're only going further. Like, it's just bound to happen.
Agreed, yeah.
And then also, like, you can have, like, in comparison to someone else, like, let's say they have better accolades than you and they just wasn't that nice to people, you can actually be ahead of them just on legacy alone, just because, like,
agreed,
you got people backing you.
Yep.
And sometimes that's why I said numbers don't always, like, tell the whole story.
That's true.
Like, that's just what it is. Like, what you do outside of that shit matters too.
Yeah.
That's a part of it. Actually, you hear some athletes even speak on that. Like, what you do on and off the field is really what's part of your legacy. And that shit is 100% for real.
Yeah, I think that's facts. And I think that's facts. And I gave those two examples as, like, two of the infamous people that are way more known now for their controversies and their negative effects than they are for the art, which is why we even know of them to begin with.
Yeah.
Not saying whether that's fair or unfair. It just is. Like, that's just facts. You don't hear about Kanye's music nearly as much as you hear about him being a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
Like, you just don't. And I think
his antics and shit.
Yeah. That's his legacy now.
And then same with R. Kelly though, like, you have I actually met people who didn't even think he made good music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, just because you're bad to people, like, sometimes, like, the outside world would switch the whole narrative.
Yeah,
like,
it erases your
like,
legacy.
Literally.
That
like,
becomes your
all
legacy.
your work is just vanished.
Yeah.
Like you did nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe people seeing shit like that will open their eyes to how they move. I don't think so, because sometimes clout is a hell of a drug.
Now, I promise you, bro, this is not an indictment of you whatsoever. But I know that you care so little about what people think of you.
Facts. Yeah. But I do want to be a nice person though.
Why?
Because I want to be surrounded by nice people. That, like, I don't care what people think about me. I do want to be surrounded by nice people, but how can you be surrounded by nice people if you're not a nice person? Like, I'm not doing this so people can think positive of me. Like,
part of me thinks that those go hand in hand, though. Part of me thinks that you behaving in a way that would make it more likely for you to be around nice people means that those nice people have to think of you a certain way.
no. And I'm going to use family as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Just got a phone call. You was there. I know for a fact he loves me. He thinks I'm a nice guy and all that. Like, I don't think he would want to be around me if I was moving weird or anything like that. And it's the same thing for me towards him. Like, I don't want him to think I'm a nice guy. Like, bro, like, I fuck with you and I show that. And if I didn't show that, I don't think he would want to be around me, like, at all. And I want people I like around me. And the best thing I can do is, like, show him that, like, I love you and whatever. Like, I fuck with you. I don't really care about, like, I don't like how he's dealing with, how he interacts with this person, that person. Well, that doesn't really matter. Like, focus on how we move, like, but in the same sense, like, if you out here dogging people, like, that kind of matters a little bit to me, but not so much, really. Not on the outside world. It really doesn't. So, like, it's kind of, I was just thinking about, I wanted to talk to you. I'm going to save this one, but I do want to talk to you about this. It kind of made me sick. But I don't think outside of my bubble, if they think I was a bad person, that would even encourage me to change. I think, like, the certain people in that bubble, what they think of me kind of matters. In that bubble, like, if I'm just throwing the number out there, if I got like 5 people in my inner circle, what they think of me matters. But cousins and shit, I don't really, nah. That doesn't really matter to me, bro.
I'm curious as to why.
They don't deal with me as much. So it's like, why even let that affect me? When, like, I don't mean to sound shallow, but only so many people can carry your casket, bro. Like, so.
Damn. Whoa.
So what I'm saying, like, what you get 6 of them, that inner soaker, like, you would definitely be one of them, bro. Like, so what you think of me matters, bro. Like, in the next one, my brother, like, what he thinks of me matters. My fiance, my daughter, like, what these people actually that I deal with 95% of my life, like, that's what matters. Not my cousin I see 3 times a year. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's not about to affect me, bro. So that's why I think, like, I don't have to deal with them that much. So the ones I deal with, that's what matters.
I don't think you sound absolutely insane the way that I wish you did.
Why?
Which part are you asking me why?
Why did you wish I sounded insane though?
Because what you're saying is insane, but you don't. But it's reasonable.
Okay.
The one thing that I think, there are a couple of things there. Earlier you said it doesn't matter what he thinks of me, but if I moved a certain way, I don't think he would want to be around me.
Yeah.
And you want him to want to be around you. Again, I think that how he thinks of you is involved for sure in him wanting to be around you. But the other thing, and I think this is the biggest thing that stands out to me, is that the way that you look at it being you only have so many people that'll carry your casket, that's only in a perfect world where you go before them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
who knows? Here's my point. Who knows who is still going to be around to carry your casket?
right.
If all of my close people pass before me, there's going to be a fight to carry my casket. Probably just because they need more people carrying that bitch.
Now, I kind of agree with you, but I kind of don't.
Okay, talk to me.
In life, sometimes shit just happens.
Sure.
You have a circle. Let's say, well, you lost two of yours in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
You added 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't plan on it. It just happens.
Right.
So sometimes 2 more just comes in, bro. And that's
Sure.
why it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like it'll adds up by itself.
Now, when you say that, and I love that you use this analogy, think about this. You have to appeal to these extra people who aren't in your circle. In order for them to be a part of your circle, you have to appeal to them in some way. They have to think highly of you.
I think you have to have the space for it, though.
And you're saying you only have the space for your 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I ain't got that much love and energy to give out, man.
I think that's the most understandable way that you've ever said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the space to. I can't give all my energies outside. Again, 6 is just a number I just threw out.
Yeah. No,
I can't
see
give
that.
all my energy out to 6 and then like got my fiance and daughter at home and then love them the right way when I gotta share it here. I personally just can't do that.
That is so understandable
Like
to me.
I just can't. Like I know I can't. Like it just doesn't work out that because I get tired of people. Like, bro, I don't get tired of my 6, bro. I'm telling you, I don't get tired of them. Like,
Yeah.
So it's like I just know how I will act when it's too much and I get overwhelmed. It just won't work for me.
I fuck with that a lot. Yeah, no, I fuck with that a lot.
So that's why it's like, yeah, like certain people's opinion just truly don't matter to me.
So you could never have a legacy outside of your 6 that is based on more than your accolades and accomplishments.
I can't agree with that.
Okay.
Everyone will have a legacy, but I feel like them 6 will know the true one. So they go have their opinions, but if you want the truth, go to these people, and they'll tell you. Like you can have an opinion of me, like, but go to the ones closest to the source is the best way I can put it. Like if you want the real me, and that's it. Like I'm gonna have a legacy, and if you want to know, you just gotta ask some people. That's
For sure.
So that's the best way I can put it, bro.
That's fire, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's real.
I don't. And for me, it doesn't sound crazy. Like
I know.
saying that.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't. To me, it doesn't sound crazy either. Like that's a well thought out, well reasoned. Like that makes sense.
Because I only said that because you said you wanted me. I don't sound as crazy as I wanted you.
Yeah.
Wanted you to.
Yeah,
like
because what you're saying is crazy, bro.
like that doesn't sound crazy to me though.
No. And it's not crazy, but it's fucking crazy. And I think that's just because like we differ so much here.
No, for
Like,
real.
I have all the fucking
You have
love,
enough.
dog. I got
Yeah, and
I got
then some.
enough love for the fucking planet, fam.
Like, yeah.
So it sounds crazy to me that you and it doesn't sound crazy to me that you don't care what other people think. I think there's a certain point where that's just not true.
Uh-huh.
And I think that for everyone, like if you are out here acting like you don't care what other people think, you probably suck. There is a real low chance that you're not a garbage human being. But I think that the way that I hear it is exactly how you said. I only got enough for so many people. And I think that coming from my perspective where, bro, I am here.
You're rich.
Yeah, fam.
Here you go. I can't help.
My capacity for love is so fucking high.
Yeah.
Like I got all the love to give. Like my legacy will be, oh, that nigga gave love purely to everybody.
Yeah.
So for me to hear you saying like I only got so much of it, I want that to sound crazier to my brain because my brain says that my value is showing this love the way that I do. So I think I'm an advocate for showing as much love as you can, and hearing you say I can only show so much love. I want that to sound crazier, but it doesn't.
And also to comment on it, like I think there's a time and place to care when people think about you, and I feel like that time only matters when you affect that person.
Can you explain that?
I feel like my actions have to directly harm, hurt emotional, physical, whatever, that person who has an opinion of me for me to care about it. So like, let's say I go throw trash out the window and somebody, oh, you're a scumbag piece of shit. I'm not giving a fuck. I'll throw some more. I don't litter, by the way. I'll throw trash in front of your face again. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I'm not harming you at all. Now, let's say I step on your shoes and you feel some type of way. All right, I made a mistake. I directly hurted you. I care about that. So in that time, that's when your opinion of me matters. But me throwing trash out the window is not going to matter to me at all. Your opinion, what you think, does not matter at all. So I feel like it's just a time and place for me to care.
Okay.
And are you different with that? Now, just with the example, like when you throw trash out the window and somebody comment on it, like, do you care right there? Not saying.
Yeah, only because they're right. Like, only because they're, like, you're right. I think if I do something that is in some way socially reprehensible and someone tells me, like, hey, yo, man, you wildin', right? It's like my response reasonably, because I want to be as reasonable as I can be, my response reasonably is, fuck you, right? Like, yeah, let me pick that up.
Gotcha.
Like, littering is crazy. Like,
no, it really is.
Because you're basically saying, to me, the effect that you're having, and when someone tells you that you're having this effect, maybe not on them, but on the world, the effect that you're having is effectively like it's someone else's job to clean up after me. Like, someone else can clean up after me, or I can have the effect that that littering will have on the environment.
Yeah.
Either one of those is basically you saying, I'm more important than what you give a fuck about. And that's crazy. Like, that's just not a good way for society to work. So if I were to do that and someone catches me and they're like, come on, man. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. That doesn't mean that I don't agree with the sentiment that you're giving, though. Yeah. I think, bad example, but the sentiment that you're giving is one that I can understand and agree with. There are definitely times and places where it's like with what we were talking about earlier, the look at me thing. If someone thinks something of you because your hair is blue, fuck it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No harm done here.
And that is also not to say that we don't do that same thing.
Right.
Like, you see it. You even said you see a nigga in a shiesty mask. That automatically means we not on the same type of time.
Yep.
So he does not have to change what he's doing
exactly
because you're wrong. Like, that's fine. Like, you can be wrong. You're allowed to feel that way. And if you see a girl with a short haircut and it's blue and you say something like, "Oh, bet she's a fucking lesbian," like, that doesn't mean she's got to have brown hair. Like, right. Do what you want. Be you.
So yeah,
I agree. There's definitely times and places. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's my stance on that shit.
Damn, I appreciate that, man. That was beautiful. Let us know what y'all think of Look at Me activities and clothing, cars, the like. Let us know what you think of Kendrick Lamar destroying the Canadian, and let us know what you think of legacy and how you affect people, along with the accolades that you've accomplished. Let us know at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter, or the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com for the geezers, and the Overly Opinionated Pod on TikTok.
Follow us.
See y'all next Wednesday.